right, everybody, we're a couple minutes in and we're going to get this Core 90 started. I want to just kind of go over a couple things. I'm going to act like I know what I'm doing, like Jeff does. He kind of goes over a few things. Everybody knows about the event we have coming up in, I believe, Miami, Florida. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, the EXP event. We've been to 2 of those so far. And I'll tell you, it's been pretty powerful to just talk with other top producing agents, what they're doing, what's going on, and keeping up on what EXP is doing for their agents. If you can make it, fantastic. If you can't make it, maybe align with somebody who's going, that's going to take some notes for you and just get some feedback from that. Good morning, Joanne. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
Good. Am I doing okay as Jeff so far? Help me out. Is that all right?
Yeah, it's awesome. You're doing awesome.
Jeff said you would sing in the background while I was talking. So if you can do that, that would help me. So EXP
you don't want me singing. That's for damn sure.
Well, let's have a couple cocktails first. We'll make it happen. So we got Jenn Hill with us today. She's going to go over a lot of things, a lot of different things you can do in real estate. It's like 99 things, 125 things, 60 things. And the deal is, it's not that we're going to take these and try to implement them all. It's being able to give you a snapshot of how many things are available for you to use as agents in real estate, and pick 1 to 3 or 4 of them and just dive into them. Some of the stuff you may already be doing, but maybe we're going to learn something today that we can do it at a much higher level. So Jenn Hill, if you want, jump on in, introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are, where you're from, what got you into real estate, and then kick it off, and we're here to help.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jenn Hill. Hey, girl. Yeah, so let's see. I got into real estate back in 2016. I had relocated my parents from California. Don't hate me. Anyways, at the time they were disabled and they needed help, and I wasn't going back, let me tell you. So, in that process, I wasn't actually a real estate broker yet, but I got the taste of it and I really loved it. And also in that process, they were wronged, and that really made me mad. And so I was like, you know what? I can do this, and people need me because, right? We need, good, honest agents out there. So anyways, that's what got me into the business. And I'm in Salem, Oregon, but I work all over the state. So I go to the coast, Portland, go down south to like Eugene, and I'll go east a bit, not quite all the way over to Bend, but we have lots of agents around here to refer to, right? Right, Jason? You're Absolutely. My neighbor, aren't you?
I am. I'm right down here in Albany. And I almost forgot, because one of the things you're going to be talking about is partnering with the right vendors. And her lender partner, Don Robbins, is going to be helping out today, joining in. And what's really cool is that they collaborate on this to get the slides together. So who you partner with is important as well. So go ahead, neighbor.
Hi, I'm Don Robbins, and I'm happy to be here, and just as a good wingman for Jenn. It's her show.
She really is a great wing woman. Yeah. And it's funny, but this isn't really like, it's not like a teaching class necessarily. We could, if somebody wants to talk about something, like go deeper in some of these ideas, then let's do it. But what it really is getting creative juices going. Because a lot of people, like Jason was saying earlier, we were talking before it started, a lot of people are scrambling, and a lot of folks have been, a lot of agents have been slow. The market's been a little, interesting. It's not like it was 3 years ago. You got to do some things, and we get amnesia. Like, I don't know what I can do. I feel like I'm doing everything I can do. Well, we're not, because there's like 1,000 things that we can do. You just pick a couple of them and just go deep. Like Jason, he dials for dollars, and that works, right? So for him, that works. But for me, I'm not really a dial for dollar person. I'm better in front of someone. So are we going to screen share, or?
I'll screen share.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't even know what I'm there. I'm so cute as an emoji. God, I wish I was. The hair's not quite. My emoji Jenn knows how to do her hair. I just wake up and roll out. That's how okay. So I mean, we named it like 99 things you can do today. Obviously, you're not going to do 99 things today. It's just ideas. Pick something. Pick something to do. Roll the slide.
And I love it that it's, it's just all the things that we have to think about in doing our business. All the different tools, and then, oh, by the way, and a partridge in a pear tree, right? All the things, right? So
it's overwhelming. There's just so many things that we can do. That kind of look like real estate. It's like a hot mess, We're like juggling like all this stuff. You don't have to do all the things. You can pick one thing and do that and do it really well and be successful. So I don't really want to read from I hate it when people are like, we have to have some basics. You know what I mean? Like you can read some of the slides. I'm probably not going to go through every little bullet pointed idea, that's out there, but some of the basics really are get good sleep. That's been a game changer for me. Put a priority on that. So for me personally, I have found out, now don't be jealous, y'all, but I have found out that 8 to 9 hours a night is really like my sweet spot. So yes, sleep. Yes, girl, Christine, sleep 5 to 6. See, Now that's what happened to me last night, just because that just happened. But whatever, 8 to 9 hours, and I really, on a consistent basis, I get it, and it's awesome. Maybe around a little over 8 hours. It's super fantastic, and eating right, taking all these things that we know. But seriously, it's like we're talking about it because it's a real thing. Like, get good sleep, eat right, hydrate. Your body's not going to work. Your brain's not going to function at a high level if you're not taking care of yourself. And we absorb so much in real estate. We're absorbing all this stress from the roller coaster ride of real estate, our clients, getting ahead of issues. We're constantly solving problems. We're superstars, and we got to treat ourselves and our, as such, so that we can operate and handle these situations. Yeah. Oh, breathe, stand up from your desk every few hours. People always say that, like, try some exercises, go for a walk. Do you guys know what a rebounder is? It's basically a mini trampoline. I have one. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm kind of like little squirrely, whatever. It's my thing. I love to go jump on my rebounder. Like, I'll be doing some work, and then, I just can't sit. I'm standing right now, actually. I have one of those standing very desks. I'm standing right now. I got myself a walking pad. It's underneath my desk, and like I'm not going to do it right now, but like I'll walk, break it up. And that's just another way I'm taking care of myself. I'm like habit stacking, I'm getting work done. I'm taking calls. I'll take calls and I'll go for a walk. If I'm not in here, I'll go for a walk outside, and I take calls. And then because you can just walk and talk, and then you come back, and then you're back on your computer. And oh yes, as we know, a messy desk is a messy mind. So organizing, cleaning, decluttering. I'm not showing you my office right now because I'm really not, to that. But listen, I usually don't actually work out of my office. I love working from my kitchen island. I love it. But I have a house full of boys right now. So whatever, we can work anywhere. We work in our cars. We work at coffee shops. We work everywhere. Roll the slide, please. You like that? That's my
yes, really
move for this slide.
I will say there is a really great book called Breath. If you guys get a chance to read it, it talks about just the health benefits and all the things that it does, and how the right type of breathing impacts our bodies and minds. So if you get a chance, read that book.
You've read, you have a lot of great book suggestions.
Oh, I have a whole shelf of them, and yes.
I have a whole Audible of them because honestly, I love the idea of sitting down and reading, but like I can't even sit down at my desk. Okay, so I'll listen.
Audiobooks might be good for you.
Yeah, yeah. On the really good ones, I'll get the book and then I'll listen and I'll take notes, like a nerd. But yeah. So create a lot of this is just, I mean, it's so obvious. It's like glaringly obvious. Create a plan, um, break it down or chunk it, write it down, piece it out. Like Jason, we were talking about a schedule, and I'm super impressed by your schedule because like your perfect daily schedule, dude. You know, how was your day
Cool.
today so far? I want to hear.
Cool. So what I want to do is I loved how we started this, and it had what we would think nothing to do with real estate. However, it has a lot to do with real estate in our business. Get a right amount of sleep, take a breath. I mean, step away. I mean, all of that stuff with what we do, guys, I think it's phenomenal. So I have a schedule. I wouldn't call it the perfect schedule, but my mornings is where it really works out the best. So this morning I was sharing with Jen, up at 4:15, did a workout, hopped on a Zoom with JJ Velador because we're back into doing that at 6:15. Then at 6:45, I was on another Zoom for just a daily accountability group that's pretty strong. From 7 to 8, got me, the little girl, ready, dropped her off, and then got in the office to help get this set up. After that, I'll be just making calls most of the day. So if we just look at my schedule from 4:15 to 8 o'clock, then yes, I have the perfect schedule. But once again, I think what we're going over here is just powerful. So go for it, Jen.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And I know it's like, oh, we're talking about eating and eating right and exercising and sleeping, and it's all connected. Everything's connected. You can't be failing in one area of your life. And I mean, I guess you can kind of excel in other areas, like, but it's all connected. Like you're going to suffer all the way around if you don't just take care of yourself. So anyways, so the whole roadmap, what do you want your business to look like? Write it down. When we start writing things down, we're allowing our brain to start figuring things out, So put down like how many closings do you want this year? How many appointments will that translate to? You don't know? Ask some people. Ask Jason, ask other high producing agents, like, well, what are your numbers? How many conversations do you have to get appointments, and how many appointments do you have to convert? Just ask people if you don't know, right? We're in real estate, so we have to be resourceful, and we're always figuring things out, and that's just the way it is. So you've got to go after it, and then you just put the activities around the plan. Start whatever your plan is, just map it out and take it seriously, just like Jason has with his plan. Like he dials for dollars. He has a perfect morning. You don't have to have a perfect daily schedule. Just do one thing right, or win your morning. If you win your morning, shoot, you're winning your whole day. So anyways, let's keep going. Oh, have some things around you to inspire you to keep going. Like put up some pictures of like Hawaii because you want to go there, or, make a dream board if you feel like it, or whatever. But yes, next slide, please.
And I'll even add that just recently in going through the same exercise for myself, I realized, you focus on these are the things that I like to do. These are the things I need to delegate. And I realized, I need to hire a VA by the end of the month. That's just an absolute. And so realizing what it is that you like to do and what you really want to do in your goals and achieve helps you decide how to do it.
Yep. Oh, that perfect daily schedule. So, just if you don't know what your day looks like, really, they say it's kind of like that food calendar, or food diary, not food calendar, but like a food diary. Why don't you just write down what you're doing when you're doing something? Write down what you're doing and see what your day actually looks like, and then you find the holes, and you can structure your day, implement the time blocking, personal time, prospecting, lead generation, email, phone time, follow up, administrative work. Don't start off with administrative work. If you don't have like a transaction coordinator or someone like that, like start out with some dollar producing items. Because once you open your email, like you're sucked in for the whole day, you know, almost, or at least a couple of hours, right? So anyways, we can go to the next slide because we kind of already talked about that. We're just going over ideas like things that you can do. So they always say the only the good CRMs like the one you use. So if it's, you know, a Google sheet, then do that. But I don't see why anybody would unless that really works for you, because we have KV Core. You know, we're really lucky that we have KV Core, because before I came to EXP, I was using another, and I actually, okay, well, anyways, we won't go over that, but I was using another CRM and yeah, like 700 and something bucks a month.
Mhm.
Hello? KV Core is just as good. It's actually a really awesome tool. So use it, like add contacts in there. If you add their name, if you don't have their, it's like somebody, you know, you have a conversation with at a coffee shop or whatever, like put them in there. You don't have their phone number, their email, whatever, put them in there. Like it's just keeping it top of mind. Like I'm going to go to the coffee shop. I'm going to start learning more about them. I'm going to add little notes in there. I'm going to follow up with them. Right. So just use that and then organize it, because if you don't start out organizing your CRM, like, woo, it gets a little crazy, especially when you get a little higher level and you want to start, you know, doing some like email campaigns or client appreciation events and anyways, just staying organized. And when you first start out, like there might be some newbies here, you don't really have that many contacts, but later down the road, you're going to have a lot of contacts and you're not going to remember to follow up with people. Like you are going to drop the ball if you don't utilize your tools for follow up. So anyways, yeah. And oh, one tool is always like go through, here's a bunch of ideas on here, right? But like go through your CRM and start following up with people. And there's two acceptable outcomes, right? You're either scheduling an appointment, um, or scheduling another time to follow up with them so you don't drop the ball. Because if you don't do that, speaking from personal experience, like it's going to be like 4 or 5 months and you haven't even talked to somebody that you probably should have. Okay. So, anyways,
I'm going to jump in on this real quick,
oh,
Jen.
yeah.
I love this because leads is a really big thing to me. And we just started with another group and we're using a different CRM. And you're right. The CRM that works is the one that you're going to use. And what I found is if you're not using it right, like you're talking about with scheduling an appointment or follow up, we're dropping the ball. And what happens 4 months later, we're like, oh, we should call this person. We call them up. We say, how you doing? And they're so freaking happy because they're about to close on their house in a week. And we're like, oh man, what did I do wrong? Schedule that follow-up. And when Jen's talking about all this stuff, I love it because she said earlier, Jason, I'm a squirrel. I'm like, you know what? Me too. Right. But when we're talking about all this stuff, find what you really enjoy and just dive into it. And I would suggest your CRM should be one of the first things that you dive into. Once you get that cleaned up, every other contact that goes in there, you know what to do with. That way you're not missing out on those clients that end up buying 4 or 5 months later. But I want to throw that in. And then another thing on here that's probably really useful for everybody is use findpeoplesearch.com. I haven't used that yet, so I'm going to check that out. You know, if you have a lead that comes into your system and it has an email, you know what? Be the professional agent that finds out that phone number and gives them a call. Some people say, I wouldn't want to do that, but you know what? When you call them up, some of these people are very, they are glad that you did, and they want an agent or they want somebody to represent them. That's going to go the extra step. And you let them know. You can just say, hey, looks like you forgot to put your number in. Luckily, I was able to get that, and I want to contact you and be the agent that helps you with your real estate needs. So powerful
Ooh, I
stuff,
love
Jen and
that.
Don. Yes.
I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, I love using fastpeoplesearch.com. It's a really useful tool.
Oh,
And
even just let's say you're looking at, pre-foreclosures or things like that, you can actually pull up phone numbers to make phone calls. And then really other vendors, you can have vendor lists in here. If they fog a mirror, they should be in your list. Okay, that's Bottom line, if you've ever met someone, they should be in your list.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, because the law of reciprocity, right?
Mhm.
So with your network partners, you give them business, they'll, give you business. I think we kind of just went over this, but yeah, connect with people that want to support you or that you can help support them. But, insurance agents, we need it for like every transaction. We are super valuable to insurance agents. We are the lifeblood of their business, okay? Because we're sending them multiple accounts, right? Financial advisors, estate planners, connecting with a real estate attorney is an awesome one if you can get a real estate attorney to, you know, like they love coffee. They need lots of coffee. So stop by and give them some coffee. I don't know. Let's keep going. You can see the list.
And
Just
ultimately, whenever you're talking to the different vendors, your whole focus is going to be make it about them. What do they need in their business? What is their target client? Who are they looking to work with? And what are some specialties that they have? Because you're going to take that and you're going to use it and build out your list. And just again, the law of reciprocity, they'll want to know more about you too.
yeah. About you. Baby boomers be booming. Uh we've all heard about boomers. There's a lot of them, okay? So huge market, they're retiring, they're downsizing, they're going into, retirement homes, they're passing away. That's unfortunate. I lost both my parents in the last 3 years, so I know a lot about that. The baby boomers are making moves, whether it's in this lifetime or from this lifetime out. And they own all the real estate. So we're there to help them. So you can go to senior centers, you can do that. You can connect with, like, for me, I connect with people my age, and I'm 43. Everybody I know, their parents are pretty much baby boomers, right? So that's how I connect with people. But yeah, let's see. So I know I'm kind of a squirrel. Sorry, guys.
All right, I have to
This
tell
is
this
a
funny
lot of
story.
words for a squirrel, okay?
Yes, yesterday I was meeting with a client and they were very young first time home buyers and we were talking about their grandparents. I was like, well, if their grandparents they grew up in the 40s and 50s, and then I looked at them and I was like, or they could be my age. Damn.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can be a grandma. I better not be soon. I said 17.
They could be my age, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, if you want to, just pick a niche, right? And if you want to work the baby boomers, then go where they are. Like if it's not a senior center, that might be weird, but it's an idea, right? You can just start posting on Facebook, because that's where they ain't on Instagram, okay? Well, some of them are, but they're like on Facebook, okay? And just start getting involved. So we can go to the next slide.
Well, can I chime in on that really fast?
Yes, I would love for you to, please.
If you can snap back on the slide.
Snap back.
Just to show the validity in what she's saying for anybody that's listening to the stuff with like assisted living facilities and everything like that. In the course of the last 3 months, I have 5 current listings because I secured a relationship with one of those facilities. I have an additional contract, and today between 1:30 and 2:30, I'm hosting a class session to 10 reserved spots for seniors who are considering selling to move into the facility. And I'm essentially just holding like a Q&A. So even if there's a 20% conversion rate on a handful of people that show up, I'm planning on walking away with another couple listings today.
Tyler!
That's amazing.
I love it. Yes. See? Boom.
But it's
we didn't plan this.
Yeah, like those higher level connections are so important, right? Because when I reach out to those people or those people reach out to me, like they're focused on getting parents into the facility or getting themselves into the facility. And when that facility person just says, here, this is your first step on the house side, they're calling and just being like, hey, when can you be here? I'm not chasing. I'm not making multiple phone calls. Like those are the hottest everything because you were the golden ticket.
Mhm.
Yes. The
Awesome.
golden ticket to help them through their golden years.
Beautiful.
You can use it. It's fine. I will allow it. Okay.
So yeah, that's all on that. All right,
That's
but I mean,
awesome, Tyler.
it's been the strongest lead source I've had. Period.
Fantastic.
That makes me want to like run to Bonaventure right now. I mean, you know, I personally love working with seniors. I have a really big heart for seniors. So anywho, and I think it's partly is we know that they're victims, right? It's children, women, and elderly. They are the most victimized. And you just see it. And I saw it with my parents. And so gives me chills, but like, I just feel like, it's my duty. Like I will protect you. And I actually do work with a lot of seniors. I just don't get them that way, which I love. I love that you're doing that. I've thought about it, right? And you're doing it. That's amazing, Tyler. Thank you so much for sharing. Let's see where you listed. So more things that we can do to show up in our business. Obviously, make sure our EXP website is dialed in. You can write your bio. There's so many things you can do on your website. And also, I want to plug Liz really quick for the CRM. I can't wait until her next class for KV Core because that's such an important thing. But anyways, you're going to learn how to be able to like dial in your EXP website through that too. So make sure you have an updated photo. I'm talking to myself. I haven't gotten a photo. Wait, that's a lie. I was going to say I haven't gotten an updated photo since 2016 when I joined real estate. I do not look the same. I didn't wear glasses then, y'all. Okay. But so that's my commitment. I'm actually getting new photos, but update your photos, include your information. Google yourself and see where you're showing up. Go on Zillow, go on Realtor, go on HomeSnap and Homes.com and Redfin. Update your profile. I'm telling myself this too. It's on my to-do list. I'm like working on it. Okay, update your profile. I went on Zillow and I was like, I forgot what Zillow looked like. I went on Zillow and my profile was from like when I first started, and it had some information in there that's like not accurate anymore. Like I was in a relationship. I was, you know what I mean? Like moved here for all the wrong reasons. And now I have like this whatever. Anyways, I deleted that because that's over. So anywho, update your profiles and put in some keywords too. Don't know what the keywords are? Well, Google it or go on ChatGPT because that is on this list, because ChatGPT, if you're not using it, like you need to start using it. But anywho, okay. Oh yeah. And also sign up for Nextdoor. You guys probably already know this. I just signed up for Nextdoor in my area recently, and I'm just being a resource. That's it. Being a helpful resource. We always bring the value, right? We always just find ways to bring value and it'll come back to us. Oh, my little dog. Come on, puppy. Sorry, my dog's knocking at the door here. Okay. Next slide, please. Oh yeah, free lead sources. Or free referral sites. HomeLight, I think you have to have a production. I think you have to have a certain amount of production to be able to qualify for that referral system, but you might have it. I mean, a Jason or a Tyler or whatever, you guys might have it. So if you haven't checked it out, you should. Op City, Agent Pronto, Referral Exchange, UpNest, Fast Expert, Sold.com. There's others. Go on here. Create your profile and sign up for referrals if you're looking for business. Like, I mean, if somebody calls me and and I'm getting a referral, I'll pay 30%. Will you? No, I'll accept 0 unless I can have 100%. 100% of something is better than 100% of nothing. Right. So anyways, so pick some of these, go on there and just do your profile, and you'll probably get something out of it just from doing that. It takes no time at all.
Yeah, I was gonna jump in because we actually got signed up with a few of these, and we've had Op City for a while. And if I had one that I had to sign up for that was a 50% referral, and all of a sudden it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm getting ready to walk out of the office, and I get a call from somebody who's potentially qualified and ready to go, I'll pay 50% because that's an opportunity I didn't have before. Sign up for these, put every opportunity you can in front of you. Because here's the thing: when you look at these kind of referral sources, it's not just that one referral. It's a potential referral down the road. It's somebody else in your database. It's somebody else that you can give value to, that now they have an aunt, uncle, sister that needs a buyer, seller house. So take that 30% as if it's a marketing budget that you would have used, 40%, whatever you're paying. Look at it that way and look at it as a long-term client. And just to jump back on the previous slide, you don't have to go there, but I don't know how many times I've looked up agents that I've talked to that ended up making a move somewhere, and I look at their profile and it still says their last brokerage. And we may not think that we get leads from those things, but I've gotten leads in the past couple of years where someone says, I looked at your profile, want to give you a call. Well, luckily my profile didn't say I was with ABC Realty with a completely different number. Get in there, get it updated, use Chat GPT. I hate Googling stuff because then all of a sudden I start looking at what the news is and I'm like, oh my gosh, here's what's going on with Kanye West. I can't believe it. And that stuff doesn't make me money, right? So get on there, check, Chat GPT and just say, how can I update my Google page the fastest? And they'll give you a step-by-step. And now you just saved yourself an hour. How can I update my Zillow, my realtor.com, whatever it is? Like, this stuff it may seem like small items, but these are the things that bring you in business. And it's, who doesn't want a phone call randomly of a potential client? I know I do, right?
I do.
And if they're not calling me, I just got to have all of Tyler's calls forwarded to my phone so I can start taking his listings. Whatever it takes, guys, figure it out. Go for it, Jen.
Thank you. The whole point is, like, all these little things have a compounding effect, So
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Oh, I do want to share an Op City success. Okay. So I got a phone call for an Op City lead. I honestly, it was for a $20,000 manufactured home in a park. Who wants to do all that? Let's be real right now. We know that is a charity case. You're not making money. It's a charity case. Okay. It is. And I was like, dang it. This guy needs help. I'm going to help him. Well, guess what? He had a home to sell. He didn't want to put it on the market though. He just wanted to sell it to an investor. So guess what? I bought it and I rehabbed it and I resold it. And I sold him that manufactured home in a park. I sold him the manufactured home in the park. I bought his house, rehabbed it, resold it, made a crap ton of money. And in that process, because of that house, I got the listing around the corner. I got 5 buyers out of it. I made so much money off of that $20,000 manufactured home in a park Op City lead. It's ridiculous. And a matter of fact, one of those buyers is getting ready to sell their home and upgrade. You know what I mean? And I've already had and oh God, yeah. And then the listing around the corner that I got because of that house, I sold it. I actually double ended it, and then I sold it again. And now I'm helping that last seller buy. Oh my God, it's just ridiculous. Like, I'm just trying. I mean, that one little lead turned, I think, 12 transactions. So was it worth it? Heck yeah. Next slide, please. That's my, you gotta.
Say, to clue into what Jason said also, by the way, on like the referral pieces of everything. Hey, what's the statement, Jason? 50% of a watermelon is a hell of a lot better than 100% of a grape.
I like that one. I'm gonna if I can remember that one. I always just say 100% of something is, but that was really better. 50% of a watermelon is better than 100% of a grape. Okay, thank you. Script practicing. Okay, Google My Business. Do you have a Google My Business page? If you don't, like, get one. Okay. Just get started and get it set up. If you do have one, you're probably like every other realtor and you're not really like, you got it set up and you're like, I'm done, just put it on your calendar. Do something every week for your Google My Business page. Add a photo. Don't do too much. Google doesn't like that. It doesn't want you, don't make it think like you're a bot. Don't go on there and upload like 50 photos. That's not going to be good for you. Okay. Don't do that all at one time. See, you can't even do too much on Google. You can only spend a little bit of time on it, but like that whole compound effect, it really makes a huge difference. And that is something that I'm starting to get back into, but I was doing really well with my Google, My Business, and I actually got a lot of business out of it. I was ranking really high. I was getting calls. It was crazy. And then like, I just let that drop off, but you can just re-engage and be consistent about it. So go in, add a photo, add some updates, do a post, create a Q&A, of frequently answered or asked questions, not asked. It says asked, but let's just say that's not what it meant to say. Frequently asked questions. Don't get asked out and get in your Google My Business page, okay? Review request. You know what? Listen, you don't have to. This is a perfect example. There's some clerical errors up in here. That's not the only one. You do not have to be perfect. You just need to show up. Show up. And these are all the ways you can show up. So request some reviews. Reviews are huge on Google. Like we all, we are always like, oh, what are the reviews? That's how we judge someone. Use AI. Post your open houses in there. Post your listings as products, right? Use keywords. It really does help. And Dawn, you have a success story share your success story from recently on your.
Jenn and I actually taught a Google business class. And if you haven't had a chance to listen to that, join us. We'd love to help out with that. But on that Google business class, within 30 minutes of me going through, I was like, okay, I got to knuckle down. I got to do this. And within 30 minutes of me going through using GMB Everywhere and the AI tool to do Q&A and then update my services with ChatGPT using keywords and all that. I got a lead right out of the hangar. And with that lead was a client that was buying a house from a sister. So this is a pretty easy VA deal. I just got another lead yesterday. So within now 2 weeks, it's a value around 12 grand. So it adds up, and I can't emphasize it enough. You don't necessarily have to be in the top of the map pack. I mean, we always want to be, but what happens is Google will pull your information, and using the keywords, the more information you have in there, the better. So use updates, use blogs, put information in there, write stories, things that are important to you, that relate to your business. It's endless what you could put in there.
Yeah.
Market updates, anything, what to do, 10 things that add value to your home for less than $100. I mean, you can put
a lot of stuff is repurposed information too that we can use across our other social media profiles. So it's not like you're having to like recreate something for every single little thing. It's like, hey, I'm using this for this. I'll just post it over here and Google My Business. And I've actually gotten a lot of business from it when I was engaging in it. I've dropped off. So honest moment. I'm building it back up, and I know it will work for me. And most of my business was actually other realtors calling me and referring business to me from my profile. And I did get, just sellers and just straight off that too, actually, but other agents. Next slide, please. I don't remember what the next slide is. I don't know. Oh, ChatGPT, your new bestie. If you're not using it, you need to use it. You can, like, ask it anything, how to write this. We don't have to spend all this time anymore with writer's block. You just kind of like, like, I want to say, write me a bio, include like that, this, and this, and then just let it spit it out. And then you can refine it. And did you know that you can train your ChatGPT? Like, it will learn you and learn how you talk. And it's really actually very cool. Who's heard write a blog, for like ever? That takes so much freaking time. Some people that love to write and love to spend the time, now you can actually do it, which is really, really great. And when you do write a blog and, like, say you put it on your website, that helps with the SEO, that helps with the keywords, right? You could repurpose some of that, just like we were talking in Google My Business. You could repurpose some of that blog post and have ChatGPT write a newsletter, have ChatGPT write your newsletters, just have it write everything. Have it write your listing descriptions. I use the crap out of that now. I love it. Yeah, it's great. What else? You know what I like am really loving ChatGPT for? Okay. In real estate, you have lots of situations come up, and some of them are frustrating, and you want to say something back, but you're like, God, like, that just isn't coming out right. You can put what you want to say in there and say, like, say it more professionally, or say it like in a kinder way, or, you know what I mean? If you're just not getting there yourself, like, let Chatty G help you, you know? You like that? I just named it Chatty G. That's my buddy. Anywho, yeah. So, and I love this, that analyzing reports. There are just so many things that you can do with ChatGPT. So yeah, analyzing reports, giving you content to bring more value to your clients, to the consumer, come up with ideas on, like, create a marketing plan, create a social media posting plan, write this as a social media post on Instagram, write this as a social media post on Facebook, like all these things, video ideas. It's endless. It's your new brain.
And even how-to guides. Like, I had somebody that their iPad wouldn't boot up, so they went on to ChatGPT and they're like, okay, help me troubleshoot my iPad not booting up, and it walked them through it. My new favorite, remember I mentioned all those books that I have? This book right is Phil Jones' Exactly What to Say, one of my absolute favorites. I was like, give me a skinny version, all the cliff notes, and I've got a 5-page cliff note based on that book with all the highlights and the key factors that I need to know out of it. So let's say you don't have time to spend 4 or 5 hours reading that book. Now you can actually go through and take some of the key factors and implement it right away. That is a game changer.
And for somebody like me who thrives with Audible and not actually reading, what you can do is then have it read it to you. Boom! Isn't that awesome?
I want to throw this in there because I love ChatGPT, and going to what you're bringing to the value to the core 90 today. Whatever you take from this, if you pick something from this, when you're out there in the audience and you pick something, you say, you know what, I'm gonna focus on my Google page. Or I'm gonna focus on dialing for dollars. I haven't heard that in a long time. Someone say dialing for dollars, but whatever it is that you decide to focus on, grab ChatGPT. Say, I want to start working open houses. What's the five most important things I should do to draw the most traffic to my open house? That takes you 10 seconds to ask it in voice text, and boom, it'll come up with things that you can do. So there's so many resources for this. I use it when I'm going to send out emails and I just don't feel like the email's the best. I didn't say it right. I didn't put the comma in the right spot. I misspelled ask. I don't know who else does that, but I use ChatGPT, and I just, I'll voice the email to ChatGPT. It comes back with what it is. It looks great. Boom, I pop it in, and it's less time than I would have had to type it anyway. So powerful stuff.
Thank
Awesome.
you. Yeah, ChatGPT is great. Use it because your competition is, and you know, just embrace it. Okay, next slide, please. Oh yeah. Look at what other people are doing that's working and getting ideas from them. You know, it's kind of like Pinterest, right? You go on Pinterest for all these ideas. Follow other agents, right? Wherever, all across the country, whatever, and repurpose some of the or not repurpose, but rip off and duplicate, basically. Just make it your own. Make it your own. But they're doing things that work, and you might like it. You can do it too. Just don't have to reinvent the wheel. Like, just see what other people are doing. You like it, just make it your own and do that. What else? Yeah. Oh, there's so many things that you can do. Yeah. Join Facebook groups, right? Collaborate, just be engaged, and be one of the positive agents on the Facebook groups. Oh my gosh, it is insane. You know how easy it is to actually stand out? There's so many people being negative. All you have to do is be positive and bring some value, and then boom, you're standing out, because there's a lot of negativity out there, especially in some of those like lab coat agent groups. And you guys know what I'm talking about, social media, right? So anyways, meet with other agents, create a mastermind, join a referral group. I joined a referral group, and I've gotten 2 referrals this year from it, which is like amazing. I thought, and I've only gone to 2 meetings, and the meetings have been all year. So I'm going to start going more. That's on the list too. What else? What else can you do? You can put together a list of open houses. This is something that Jessica Mills does really well. Is she always puts together a list of open houses and posts it every week. And for our group, we get to share that and stuff. But it's really great. It's a nice, consistent thing. You could do that. Just pick an area and post the open houses for it. Just bring value. Just find ways to keep in front of clients, just one more thing that puts you in front of them and reminds them, oh, hey, they're in real estate. Okay, next slide, please. What else? Oh yeah, don't have any listings to share. You're like, oh, I don't have anything to share. Like, find listings to share on your social media. Find 20 agents, for example, who will let you market their listings. Ask them in your office or your virtual office. Go to Workplace and ask. Just go on the MLS and see what listings you want to market, because obviously you're wanting to pick out listings for that's going to attract the clientele and the price point and the area that you want to be in. So like, be strategic about it, right? And then you can market other agents' listings from other companies. You just need to get permission, and make sure you get it in writing, especially now more than ever with all these changes. Protect yourself. All right. Get it in writing.
Share a house of the week. That's actually, something that you like, and a cute place that you think would be a great value. There's some fun things that you can do with that, but always give something that's a highlight of the property. I really like blah, or I had one where I was just impressed that in their house they had all these shelf units in the garage, but it was paint, and it was like spray can paint. They must have had 500 cans of paint, and they were all organized. I'm like, that's the best thing ever.
They were probably like the secret tagging artists on the train.
They made a bit. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you know HUD listings, the agents are required to allow you to promote HUD listings? Boom. There you go. And besides, most agents would love for you to promote their listing. It just makes them look better, right? So, and you can get leads from that. And again, it's just keeping you top of mind, putting you in front of your sphere. right? So they remember, hey, oh my gosh, she's in real estate. I'm going to call her, or look at how much, it just, the perception is reality. They're like, dang, she's super busy, you know? Right. So anyways, okay. What else? Oh
And if
yeah. Don't forget to give the credit. Okay. If you're going to be using someone else's listing, make sure listing courtesy by, so-and-so, like give some credit, somewhere on there.
and what if you were the new construction expert? I mean, there's a lot of builders
Mhm.
out there, and you weighed the pros of this development versus that development. What do you like in this feature of this development, and how they work, and another one. That is a whole line of business in itself with new construction. So
Yeah, just find something about what you like to do. Like, is new construction something that you want to do? Like, that's a great one. Investment properties. Go, go start showing investment. I love investment properties and working with investors, and I really love the process too. So, going and sharing those, and maybe going through the process of the rehab process or the before and after. um, do you want to work on the coast? Do you want to go work on the coast? Then go show some properties on the coast. Go do a video of the ocean. Like, hello, who doesn't want to see that? you know and also at the same time, you're out there previewing homes, which is another thing that you probably should do, so that you know the market, right? If you're not out there right now working with buyers and getting into these homes, like, you should find a way to get into some of these homes, because it does matter. Like, we do need to understand what's on the market and the condition. And anyways, okay. Next slide, please. Ooh, Canva. Learn Canva, because you can do things like this presentation in Canva.
it's magic.
It's magic, because this was done in Canva. And my little emoji, Jen, who I wish I looked like, was done with AI. Isn't that amazing? So, don't know how to do Canva? There's like an unlimited amount of resources out there on how to use Canva. Like, you could just go to ChatGPT and ask it, or go to Google, go to YouTube, anything you want to do. But start using Canva, make presentations like this one, make your flyers, guides, business cards, postcards, invitations, like open house, neighborhood open house flyers, anything. You can do some video editing in there. Make a ton of content for social media, right? The Photoshop, right? To remove that car, that unsightly vehicle in the driveway of your listing photo, where you're like, oh my God, that's an eyesore. You can do that. Yeah. And then there's just so many things that you can do with Canva. But I will plug EXP Marketing Center really quick, because if this is like too much for you, just keep it simple and get your marketing material and start building that out in the EXP Marketing Center. I mean, it's literally all done for you, but just go use the EXP Marketing Center. Okay. Go in there, make some stuff, use that. Next slide.
Boom, I'm jumping in again because that's what I like to
Jump
do.
in.
But yes, but what I'm getting with a lot of this stuff is, a lot of it is just getting yourself out there. Posting stuff, social media, getting into different groups. Some people, I know Joanne loves to call and get on the phone all day. But for the people who don't like to do that, this is something that you can do, that you're getting yourself out there. Being seen out in the public, being seen on social media, creating activity. I love how you said, get into some of these groups. I know, Joanne, I'm just having fun with you, but get into some of these groups and say something positive, because there's so much negativity out there. And guess what? People now start looking at what you're doing. And guess what? On social media, that's not just to Albany, Oregon, that's to the world, right? And they see you doing something positive like that. They're gonna be like, you know what? That's the agent I'd want to refer to if I'm over there. So a lot of this is getting yourself out there. I just think it's phenomenal. All these tools that you can use to do this. So keep it going, Jen. This is awesome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, yeah. The whole point is get out there, be known, and have conversations. That's another thing. Just have conversations wherever you go, right? I think that's probably on one of these slides, but okay. So, oh, next slide, please. That'd be funny if it was the next slide where it's like, have conversation. Let's see. Oh yeah, well, it basically is marketing, you know? So if you don't have some of these things, and we are going to need to update a lot of our marketing now because the law has changed, right? Or it's basically changed, right? Whatever, Saturday. It's now. It's now, it's now, it's now. So our buyer guides, our seller guides, educating. We have a lot of content right now that I know a lot of agents are scared to even like talk about in the public because it's a lot of change, and you know, some people aren't quite sure like what does that even look like. But it is our job to know what the changes are, what it means for our clients, what it means for us, what it means for the industry. And that's something that we can use for content too. Be educational, be a resource, put actual real valid information out there for people, because otherwise they're going to, you know, the local news channel or whatever. And all these, I mean, there's so much crap information about what's going on and what buyers are going to have to do and what seller, you know, there's just a lot of crap info out there. So right now with a whole NAR settlement, you could make a whole series and just start educating people, and you're bringing value, you're being a professional, and people will look to you as a guide, right? So you can do that, but make buyer's guide, make a seller's guide. Make sure your property valuation tool works on your website. Connect it with a QR code. You can use that QR code on your business cards. You can use it on your social media posts, on your flyers, right? You could use it on your freaking yard sign probably. Yeah. Oh, use AI. Here's another idea for AI. Use AI to create a downloadable ebook, because like every successful homeowner knows that you've made it when you have a garage fridge. If you have an ebook, you know you've made it as an agent. I haven't made it yet, but I think I could do it with AI in about 5 minutes or less. Create a relocation guide. There's a lot of people making moves. I think a lot of them are actually moving out of Oregon, but that's okay. Network with other agents across the country. That's another one. I don't even think that's on the list, but join these big networking groups and start reaching out to these agents, because yeah, a lot of people are moving out of Oregon, but a lot are moving in too. So, create your pop by plan, like a 12-month pop by plan, and do that, and then actually do it. Because is everybody consistent with their Popeyes? I'm just curious. Oh, good job.
Good.
That's awesome.
And it doesn't have to break the bank. I mean, in the example here, one agent I saw, they stapled a little branded flyer on a grocery bag and then dropped them by, and they actually ran like a food drive for the local food bank. You know, so it doesn't have to break the bank. It doesn't have to be, you know, a huge amount of money. It can be anything that that speaks to you.
And also, when we're talking about pop buys, right, we kind of treat our ABC clients out maybe a little different, you know, like your A+ clients. You might pop by their house or mail them something a little more often than you do like a B client. And an A+ client to me would be, should be in your CRM too. This is part of like tagging them out, or right, something you should do so that you don't drop the ball with your best clients, and they're your best referral sources too, right? So A+ client, an A+ client to me might not be someone who's ever bought or sold with me, but they are like an influencer, and they rave about me and send everyone my way, and they're just like my biggest fan. You know, that's an A+ client. Love on that person, right? And people that have bought and sold. And then anyways, that's a whole nother That's a whole nother thing. But
but wait,
yeah.
there's more.
Yeah, but wait, there's more. Yeah, there was probably more on that
And
list.
this is just like a whole bunch of ideas at once, so that just to kind of get the juices flowing of things that you can do. So
yeah, there's got to be like one thing in here that you're not doing or not doing consistently that you can say, hey, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that, because really it's just picking the one thing and going deep on that one thing. Oh, Tyler, so did you know KV Core? No, KV Core has supplied you your very own app to market and have people download. I freaking love that.
that's awesome.
That's awesome. Share the crap out of that.
It's really cool.
That is cool.
It just tracks.
I have like 100 things I want to do on this list. What'd you say?
It just tracks everything for you, all the activity, all the things viewed.
I love it. I know. It's like, did you know your client's been looking at $500,000 houses, or your lead? You're like, oh yes, I would like to follow up with them and create them a yeah. See, I mean, use your tools, right? Oh, here's more ideas. Make a home disaster preparedness checklist. We've got floods, we've got fires, we've got ice storms, we've got earthquakes. We could get the big one. We live in the Cascadian subduction zone or whatever. So, that's something that you could do. People think about that stuff. Just more ways to bring value. So I'm trying to move my. Am I frozen?
Sure, get that list out to your clients and make sure that they have that available. So.
Yeah, like that's what I meant. Not just for you. I mean, we should have.
Well, yeah, for you too.
Yeah, yeah. My screen's kind of, there it is. Okay, well, sorry. I had something, my screen was kind of frozen. Okay, anyways, let's see. Those help me out posts. You guys see them? Man, they do work. They do work. Oh my gosh. This isn't on the list, but I actually wanted to highlight this because another agent from another company, brilliant idea. Getting creative, like just get creative, just come up with an idea, freaking do it. Okay. Cause it's probably going to work. So this guy, he was part of a, like fantasy football or something. I don't know what sports are happening right now, but anyways, like whatever sport was like recently happening right now. Sorry, I don't pay attention to that stuff. I don't care. So his like fantasy whatever, I think it was fantasy football. I don't know. Anyway, some sport, just recent. This was like last week. He said, okay, he lost or something like that. And the whole deal was, if he lost, he had to sit at a Denny's for 24 hours. So come down, hang out with him, blah, 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 right? Pop by, say hi, eat some pancakes with me or whatever. Or if he ate like X amount of pancakes, he could leave early. So he's there, and he had people come down and visit him. He had people engage with him on social media, right? But he's out there, like people know he's a real estate broker. So he's got all these other things like going on, but this is just another kind of fun way, because not everybody's going to engage on, just listed, just listed. Like, I mean, we do it because it's like it's a client expectation. It's something easy, but it's basic. Let's be real. I do it. I'm super basic. I do it, but like do other things. And this guy did this, and I know I'm going to follow up with him. I know he got business from it, because I mean, how smart. Like I was like, ooh, when I saw that, I said, oh, brilliant, because that's the whole reason he's doing it. He's not freaking doing it just because he lost his fantasy football, whatever. He's doing it so he can post on social media, get engagements, and have conversations and do something different to catch people's attention and stand out, right? Like, because everybody knows like 20 real estate brokers. Anywho, I thought that
have the most
awesome.
Conversations win. That's the bottom line of everything that we do.
Yep. Yeah. So if you're not chatty like I am, and no one's a stranger, like I meet no strangers, right? But not everybody's like that, and you don't have to be like that to be successful in real estate. You can be more quiet. You don't have to be super like outgoing. There's other ways to have conversations. You can dial for those dollars. You can have conversations like that. If you're not good face to face with people, just try the phone then. Try that. Or start messaging. Another thing, start messaging people on your friends list in Facebook or Instagram, whatever, message them, start doing that and engage on their posts. Pick a few people to start engaging and go down the list. What's the list? I think you can download the list or you can print out the list. Does anybody know this? Can you print out the list? I think you can. No, I don't know. Anyways, that's a
I'm
lie.
sure there's a way.
There's a way. I swear. I'm sorry. I don't have the answer. I'm going to try to find it and maybe
Ask ChatGPT.
Ask Chatty G. Anybody remember Matty G? He's a real estate broker now. He used to be the team whatever for a KW and he'd go by Matty G, but Chatty G's the new kid on the block. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, reach out to past clients and connect. Make a plan to call a certain amount of people a day, right? If you don't get, like, say you're going to call 20 people a day, Jason's going to call like 150 people today, something like that. but like, that's overwhelming for me. I'm not committing to that. Okay. And sometimes you can't even commit to 20 people. And even if you commit to 20, connections, you might not actually have them because you might have a really great conversation with somebody. Just freaking call one person. Give yourself one win. Just call one person. Get the momentum going, Just do things in your business and it will drive your business. All these things that you do will bring you business. It will make you money. All right. Anyways, let's see.
One of the ones that I really liked was kind of a day in the life post, and it's some of the things that we are faced with out in the real world and open houses and all, or showing houses is kind of unusual. And I remember one agent where the lockbox was. It rained, and now it's across a 5-foot mud puddle. And he had to do the Circus Soleil thing to get to the lockbox and hold on with one hand. He's like, "This is how we're going to do it." I'm like, "Let me get my camera."
I wish I would just share all the things that happen in the day. Like, I feel like it would be too much, but see, that's another thing to just get through. What is it? I can't even think of it. It's just like these obstacles and these barriers that we put in front of ourselves. Like, yeah, just start sharing something. Like, don't overthink it. Just do it. Just do it. Right. Create an email follow-up plan. Oh, okay. Go ahead. There's a lot on that list. Let's keep going.
Okay. There's more, but wait, there's more.
There's more marketing. Marketing. Well, that's because that's what we do. We market. So send out information to homeowners, right? 5 things that will add value to your home. 10 things to do to winterize your home. Go just Google some stuff or ChatGPT some stuff, or go on Pinterest, get ideas, or somebody you follow. Everybody does a free consultation. It actually works though. It's like, we know, we're like, oh, free consultation. No kidding. You're going to give a free consultation. But the consumer's like, it's a free consultation, free home valuation flyer with your QR code, right? Create a did you know flyer. You could offer a home improvement class with a contractor. That one's kind of fun because that brings value to people, right? And partner with a contractor that's doing a rehab and do the process. Like, that's another thing that you could create, like a little series, right? Create a newsletter, an email campaign with market insights, with updates, with things that are going on right now. There's a lot big national topics right now. Like, we could actually capitalize on that. It doesn't have to be all negative. Like, I know we're getting really vilified, but the only way that we've got to stand up and, speak too, right? Okay. The unsolicited CMA. You could do, like you have a listing or whatever, do some CMAs for some of the neighbors. Don't have a listing. Remember those 20 agents that said that they would let you market their listings? Pick one of those, pick one of those listings and then do the CMAs for those neighbors, right? So anywho, we're moving and grooving. This is 90 minutes is like a long time to talk.
But we're almost at the end. We can do it.
I need a drink of my coconut water.
All right,
Yeah, that's
okay.
right.
So know your numbers. Compare, pull market information. If you can actually look at homes that are for sale in the area, what did they go on when they listed? What did they go on when they actually sold? Pull in that information. What can you actually pull in from that data? You can upload it into Chat GPT, and then see what kind of information it infers from that report. And then use sites like Keeping Current Matters. There's a ton of marketing pieces in there. If you have it, you can actually have a discounted site in there, and I think there's actually a little slight free version. But there's have somebody have that. If somebody that has it, you can use information from it and share it. Zillow report.
You know what you could do?
Yeah.
You do a little snappy shot of the infographic, and how it says Keeping Current Matters, right? You just put your little logo over that one. I mean, it's freaking easy, right? You could use the Zillow reports. Redfin puts out a report also. Just keep in mind that they control the narrative on their reports, right? They do. They are always like changing their buckets on how they're going to report based on their information. So, but that's the info that the consumer has too. And so, right. What I'm having fun with right now is going back and evaluating like the values from 2019 to today. Because in 2019 was before things started getting like all COVID-y and stuff, and then it just got all crazy. Can we say COVID here on Zoom? We're not going to get banned. Can't say it on YouTube. Yeah. So that's really, for me, that's really interesting, and just educating yourself is really helpful when you're having these conversations, right? Because you sound like you know what you're freaking talking about. And people really want to work with somebody that they feel like they know the market or they know the business and they know what they're talking about, right? What else? Oh, look for other industry news sources for details and data on the market that you can speak with clients about or repurpose. It's all about just ripping off and duplicating. Next slide, please. Thank you. That's my dog. My dog's so cute. He's a pit boxer mix, actually. He's rusty. That's me if I was lighter. I'm working on my health, though. I've lost 60 pounds in last year. So anyway, taking care of myself, right? And it all started with walking and talking. So, okay, be a neighborhood expert. Go out and see vacant homes. Go to open houses even, right? But preview the market, like know what's going on. If you want to focus on a certain area, like most agents aren't like me where I'm like, I'll just go everywhere. I'm over on the coast, I'm in Portland, I'm like all over, right? But a lot of people I know, they need to stay in a circle. And I'm like an empty nester basically. So I don't have to stay next to daycare because I have like a 6-year-old. That's going to go to, preschool or kindergarten, and then go to, I'm so old now. I don't even know how old you are when you go to preschool or kindergarten, but you know what I mean? Like I can spread out and go all over, but like say maybe you just want to be a Silverton agent, or you just want to be a Salem agent, or you just really want to just work in South Salem, like pick a neighborhood. The whole farming thing, I don't even think I have that on the list where you can just start farming a neighborhood, but be different about it, go see houses, share, right? Stay in front of people, check out the schools, know things about these schools, know things about the area. Sorry, I have a house full of teenagers, so I'm kind of like,
Well,
what is
and one
happening?
thing
They're
I will
awake.
share,
They
I'm
have
up in the,
awakened from their slumber. Yeah,
I'm up
do
in
a
the,
survey on the neighborhood, the parks, the area. Just do little spotlights, highlights. We've seen it. Do it. You know, people like that kind of stuff. Go to restaurants. Are you a regular somewhere? You know, like become one. Do you drink coffee? You know, I don't. Uh, Only the last 3 days, guys. I did have dirty chais. I will admit that, but I'm done now. I'm done. I'm not back on the coffee. I've had no caffeine today. I know that it's hard to believe because I know I have a lot of energy and I'm talking like a million miles per hour, but it's the coconut water. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, but be a regular and have conversations and let them know that you're an agent, right? Um, let's see. So pick a restaurant, pick a coffee shop. Like I will go work at a coffee shop because it's kind of nice to break it up and get out of the house and have conversations. Like yesterday, Dawn called me. We were talking on the phone. I was actually working at a coffee shop because I wanted to get out of my house. And because I do go and work there sometimes, a fella came over. I've had a conversation with him before. He came over, started talking, sat down. There was another lady sitting down in the same area. And then he was like, "Oh, you're in real estate, right?" So we started talking about that. He started asking him about things, blah, blah, blah. And then the lady jumped in and we were having, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So as cheesy as it might be, as far as like, you know, no offense to anybody. I think it's great. I'm just too lazy. I haven't even done it yet. But that whole, you know, sticker on the back of your laptop, like that, you know, what is it? Like,
ask me about real estate.
yeah, ask me about real estate or just, you know, whatever, like your logo or something that shows somebody that you're in real estate, they'll probably ask you. But yeah, if you do prompt somebody like, ask me anything about real estate, like you're giving somebody permission, like ask me. I told you, ask me. So it invites more opportunities. And that's what we need, right? Just opportunities for business. Let's see. This is fun. You could do like a driving video tour of a neighborhood. You don't even have to get out. Isn't that awesome? Do you want to be a lazy agent and still make money? Don't even get out of the car. Just drive through the neighborhood like, hey, you know.
I will recommend being hands-free just so that we don't get
Oh
into
gosh. Yes. If this ever makes it to YouTube, I'm not sure if Jeff will do it after seeing this show, but yeah, but yes, just to protect ourselves, be hands-free, guys, be safe. Or have a little sidekick, like have your kid with you or your partner or a friend, and then, you know, go do that really quick on the way to something else, like to dinner or to the park or whatever. Let's see. Oh, wear your name tag. If you wear your name tag, like people, it's another way people will ask you questions. It freaking works. I always forget to wear my name tag, but whenever I do, it actually works. It's like so weird. It's the silliest thing, but wear your name tag. What else? Yeah. Oh, you could start doing create like a top things to do in the city guide. People are always Googling that. When people have to come to Salem, you know, like for me specifically, people have to come to Salem because it's like the capital. Nobody knows it's the capital, but they think it's Portland or whatever, but it's actually Salem. People have to come here. They're like, "Oh my God, what the heck to do in Salem?" You know, like be that person. Let people know what there is to do in Salem. Be a community volunteer. Get involved. Get involved in stuff that you're interested in. Organize a neighborhood yard sale or like a cleanup event. Free stuff. A lot of this stuff is like totally free, right? You could do a neighborhood barbecue or potluck or whatever. That would be super fun too, you know? What else? You could do business spotlights, interview other businesses. Okay, next slide. There's just so many things we could do. Is this helpful? Like, is this getting the creative juices going? I'm just curious. Anybody? Are you out there? Is anybody still here? Oh, realtor on duty. Ask me anything. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that one. That one. Let them know. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yes, tell me more. Tell me what I want to hear. This is awesome. No, just kidding.
You guys are amazing. This is so much good
Thank
info.
you.
I even shame texted some of my agents going, this is such good info and you're missing it.
Oh, thank you. I was, to be honest, I was second guessing myself because I'm like, I'm not even like getting on here and teaching anything, but what we're doing is we're talking about all these things like you can do this. We have so much we can do. And I know that when we get like a lot of people are in a rut right now, and it's easy because it is the roller coaster ride of real estate in just every way possible. We get in like these little ruts and we have amnesia and we feel like we don't know what to do. And this is like, there's so much we can do. And guys, just do something. It will work, right? It will work for you. You just do have to stay consistent. Like if you do commit to something, give yourself a chance. Like Jason and I were talking earlier, and he, as we know, he is like the dial for dollar boss, right? But if he only did that for 30 days and then he stopped, that would not be successful for him, right? And guess what? There's all these things that you can try. Pick something, try it out. If it's not for you, shift. Find something that you enjoy doing in your business. You can do it. You can find something that you enjoy doing in your business and go deep on that. It will work for you. We don't have to do things like all old school, like back in the day. There's just so many ways to run our businesses and generate business. So you could, speaking of old school, you could circle prospect. And that's a whole nother thing. Okay. So we've got a link. I'll just get a link out there or something in the,
Yep,
in the Facebook post.
it actually is when we send out the link later on after with the recording. There is a link in here where you can actually see all the instructions on scripting and ideas for circle prospecting.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'll cover.
I would put it in the chat too, but like if I did that, I'd have to. I don't know. I can't do too many things at one time, guys. I just can't. Social algorithms. That's a whole nother thing too about like all these things. Share. Sometimes we think we're oversharing or whatever, and maybe it's annoying. It doesn't always have to be about real estate, by the way. You can do something that kind of ties into real estate, right? But anyways, not everybody's going to see you because, right, the algorithm. So what is it? It's the 5. Oh yeah, I like this.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So Facebook has an algorithm that's based on your interactions. And you notice that after a while, you're only seeing like 20 people in your Facebook feed. So purposely go out to people in your Facebook group and friends list, and 5 people a day, 5 words, and 5 times a week. And that way you start getting them in your feed again. If they're in your feed, then you're in their feed. Because if you haven't seen them for a while, they're not seeing you either. So when you're going through and posting, things like open houses and all that, if you haven't interacted with them, they're not seeing your stuff. There's too much out there. So 555.
Yeah. And you're like, well, who do I start with? Well, freaking start with your freaking past clients. Do that. Okay. Do that because they're going to see you and then maybe their friends will see you. Like start there. Right. Have you gone through your friends list and you're like, I forgot you were a person, I was like, oh my gosh, I like you. I forgot about you. Cause you hadn't seen them in forever, cause you're not seeing that many people. Okay. Go on LinkedIn. If that's your jam, you could go on LinkedIn and you can start connecting with people there and you will get business. I know agents that run their business off of LinkedIn. And also we know that there's agents that get all their business from TikTok. If you're going to be a TikToker, do it, do it. My suggestion is if you're going to pick a platform, like pick one platform and get really, really good at it before you start doing another one, because it's kind of hard to like, I'm going to be an awesome TikToker and an Instagram and a Facebooker, and I'm going to start a YouTube channel. Like what? That's a lot of things to do all at one time. Like pick one of them, you know, pick a platform and just be present there. Like, right. So,
and we're running short on time. We got a few more slides. So I'm
oh my God, I could talk for 90 minutes. Take every class that you can take. Sign up for the free CE classes. Reach out to your marketing rep, you know, take those free CE classes and learn some things. You know, you got to get CE anyways. Learn about it, share it. Okay. What else can you do? You can get additional certifications. You could be, the EXP iBuyer. You guys know what I'm talking about right now. Sorry. Listen to podcasts, right? Oops. My computer is wigging out. It's
Okay.
like, dude, you're out of time.
Like I'm in Tom Ferry coaching, so I have access to all the information, and I'm happy to share any of that information if you guys ever want to call. There's a ton of resources on there, but there's also a ton of stuff for free on Facebook and on YouTube. All of his past episodes are on there. I mean, you could just build out a whole thing just from that. But I'm happy to help anytime.
Yeah, there's just so much good stuff out there. Yeah. Okay. Next. Are we done? Right. Oh, network. We already said networking, join local organizations. As long as you're going to like engage, like don't join the Chamber of Commerce if you're not gonna, go. Okay. Right. That's just like a waste.
And
right?
Be part of the inner circle. Don't use it like a unused gym membership.
Exactly. Don't do that. Yeah. Sorry, we're just
open houses.
This one's important, and I did want to make sure, because listen, if funds are tight, which for many they are, and if you have more time than dollars, or you just want to be more effective and like with your money and your time spent, to host open houses and do it regularly. Like I built my business in the beginning on open houses. So anyways, you don't have listings, reach out to the agents, schedule the open houses, do it now, schedule them in the future, like for not just this weekend, but maybe next weekend, because your future self will thank your past self. Because if you wait until the last minute, you're not going to give yourself enough time to market, and maybe you won't do it because you like figured out something else to do, that's not working. Okay. You can boost it on Facebook and Instagram. You should be posting it, put out a lot of signs. You could door knock. There's so many things that you can do to generate business from your open house, right? Just get in front of it. Because most buyers that are not working with an agent, right, that they work with the first one that they meet. All you have to do is just be there to meet them and then follow up with them. Do not forget to follow up with them. There's a whole list of things that you can do here. And there's so much more with open houses. And then also make sure you have some of those BBAs handy, because you can convert. I do it, convert a client right at the open house. Be ready, like, it might not be the house for them. Know what's going on in the neighborhood. Know what's going on in that price point. Be ready to make suggestions so you can bring some value and be like, listen to whoever you're talking to the buyer, and they say, oh, we really want our main bedroom to be on the main floor, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, well, you know what listing, or what house would be great for you is blah, blah, blah. We could probably get an appointment like right after this or whatever, so be ready for that kind of stuff. Like, anyways.
And Jen, you did a really great live video at the last open house that we did. I thought that was pretty amazing.
Thank you. And guess what? I didn't want to do it. I did not want to do it. Nobody wants to do that. And I was like, okay. It was kind of like jumping in cold water. I was like, I was like, all right, whatever, going for it. And I just started talking, my face was all close to the whatever, it was whatever. I mean, I might have walked up some stairs and huffed and puffed a little. It's fine.
I can't see you doing a video and being able to talk. I take you as a very shy person, Jenn. So
I know, shoot, it's been 90 something minutes. Okay, well, that's
go ahead.
it. No, I was going to say thank you so much for, coming and staying with me the whole time, with us the whole time. And I hope that this brought some value to you guys and maybe got some of those creative juices going and like, hey, I can do this. Or maybe like just inject some energy into your business, like get excited about doing like the one thing or whatever. And so thank you.
Well, guys, what I want to throw out here is Jenn doesn't drink coffee, and look at that energy. Okay, so don't tell me you can't do it. And here's my big takeaway from this: there is too many things for us to be able to do as real estate agents for us to say that we have nothing to do, right? So you don't have to go out there and do 99 things, but you pick something that you feel you can be extremely passionate about and do it. And one of the things that was brought up here is don't do it for 30 days. Do it and commit to it for 7-8 months and do it consistently, and you will see your business grow. Jenn, Don, everybody who showed up, I appreciate you doing this. I appreciate you jumping in and pouring in value to the community. We thank you very much for your time. And Joanne, you have to sing karaoke as the exit for us. Or you got something to say before we head out?
I was just going to say this was amazing. I think a lot of people missed out. Hopefully they'll catch it on the replay. But thank you so much for your energy and your content, and the slides were amazing. And I was like, wow, the whole time. So thank you.
Awesome.
Oh,
thank you, everybody. Everybody have a
thank
great
you to
day.
Dawn
Get
for
out there and make
helping
it
me.
happen.
Yes, absolutely. Glad to help
All
you.
right.
Okay, go get them calls. Dial for them dollars.